Hey, what's up guys? Sir Emanon here, bringing to you the updated deck profile for my Lunalight deck. Yeah, so I went to locals and kind of just tested out some stuff because ever since I've been prepping for Nats, I've been playing Altergeists. So I've been working a lot on that deck and like Fury and stuff. So it's been a while since I've been back on this deck and just trying to work out the kinks and the problems ever since the ban list. But I'm pretty happy with this list. It doesn't run Orcists. I like the Orcists in theory. I just don't really like some of the deck building issues. There's a lot of like very minute details that sort of led me to not playing them. But I wanted the extra deck space for my utility ultimately, and I wanted like to just build the most consistent deck that I could. Just have a better like kind of sample size and like a more solid takeaway from locals today. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into the deck profile. Not much has really changed too drastically, so I won't spend too much time on it, but I will explain a little bit of theory if needed. But if you want a more in-depth discussion, there's a lot of Lunalight content on my channel, and I invite you to check it out. And subscribe if you have not already. But we have 3 Collider Chick, a very staple graveyard setup, getting a rarity bump, which is super nice in the Battles of Legend set. Triple Tiger, very standard. Yellow Martin, obviously. I'm still playing the 1 Emerald Bird. I like it just to have an option to filter and get more Lunalight names, because you eventually like want to continue fueling the graveyard for level 4s, and this kind of just fits the bill. Very nice to have under Redoer. I'm still playing it. It's just more optimal resource management with it. If you are playing the Nyarla Azathoth package, which I opted not to, just because it wasn't like super comfortable with the combos, but as I play more and more, I'll probably somehow include it in the deck. But this helps with that as well, and it just allows you to be able to like add a little bit more consistency, and it's just nice utility overall. I'm playing the 1 Black Sheep and the 1 Wolf still. Black Sheep can sometimes come up like to help combo in like really awkward hands. Wolf is a brick, but it makes Emerald Bird a little bit better, and it's just nice to be able to have a in-engine way to just straight up like close the game. So I still like it for that purpose. Um, so yeah, it's the standard 11 Lunalights, and then the other 11 monsters as the supplementary engines. So we have Armageddon Knight and Grepher as the dumping cards. Zephyros, which I think is just mandatory in this deck. 3 copies of Mothman. I'm still running this card. It's kind of iffy because the graveyard effect helps your opponent too in certain matchups like Orcus and Salamangreat, and even like Thunder as well. Like it helps your opponent as much as it helps you. But you just like the type diversity, and being able to pitch like Zephyros or Serenade Dance is like still super key. It's over 4 as well, which is very nice for our 4-6 plays. I still stand by this card. I do want to test the Time Thief engine eventually, which maybe I'll make a video on that as well. But I'll get around to making combos soon enough. We have Triple Destrudo, 1 Ancient Cloak, and 1 Silent Brutes. I guess we can talk about Triple Destrudo. We just want more options for Dragster because I'm not playing the Orcus, so we don't have Crescendo access. So like your deck or this deck does really well against like monsters. Like we have Dweller, we have Griffin, we have Redoer, and if you want to play Evil Swarm Nightmare, that we have that too. I'm not playing it in this build, but it's an option. So like basically, this deck struggles more against back row, and this kind of just helps to mitigate random things like main deck evenly matched or what have you, like straight things that might be problematic. It's better to mill off Curious like randomly because like you have a higher chance of doing so. Like if you want to send other things like Imperial Order, which I am playing in this deck, and I think overall it's just a super solid card. And then these I think are still pretty staple. You have to run Cloak as much as it's a brick because of the fact that it searches Boots, which is an extender after you make the Rusty. If you have an avenue to pitch the Zephyros, that's just a full combo. So that's 22 monsters. Going on to the spells real fast. This is super standard. I don't have to explain any of this, I don't think. Except 1 card, which is, not weird by any means, but we can talk about it. So these are all pretty standard. I think Call by the Grave is something worth talking about. If you are running the Azathoth package with Nyarla, you might consider cutting this card. I just think it has applications across the board, even going second in some matchups like Orcus, just banishing Dingirsu. This is still good. Obviously, it's stopping hand traps, but it's just nice as a defensive card going first if you have it left over and it's like another interaction. The rest of it is just consistency, and I don't think it needs to be explained. I am not playing Twin Twisters in this deck. You should respect Mystic Mine if you're expecting it, but at a locals, I didn't really expect too much of it, and I just felt like I wanted to like max consistency just as a test run for this deck. Um, so we have Serenade Dance, Shea Brigandine, Fog Blade, and Order for the Traps. I don't think any of this needs to be explained. This got better because Striker is like really good. It's obviously dead against Thunder, but I mean, you take what you can get. It's still really good against like pretty much every other deck out there. So that's it for the 40 card main deck. Moving on to the extra fast, we have Leo and Panther. It's just nice to have like in archetype ways to just search a win condition basically, and Wolf is so accessible, just why not? Link 2s, we have Underclock, Darumidal, Phoenix. These are all pretty standard. Then we have Rusty, Curious for the combo plays, Gryphon to end on, and Boros Sword. I am still playing Boros Sword. I think it's just really easy to make, and in the event that like say you get Lanceit or something and you need to close the game, this helps out with that. Or like if your wolf gets ogred, that too. It's super like easy card to make, and I think that it just comes up in a lot of instances. It's really nice to have. And then moving on to the Xyz, we have Force Strix, Redoer, Tiger King. Even though Pure Thunder isn't a deck anymore, really, and this was the best card against Pure Thunder, it's still nice just to have like ways to get tanky and basically access Wolf for free, since you're usually dumping it off Chick in either your combo string or subsequent turns. We have Dweller, which is mandatory for the format. Tornado Dragon, which is pretty good in like Striker matchup and other control decks. Sometimes you use it to pop your own Imperial Order that comes up, or your own Tiger also comes up. You could run Evo Swarm Nightmare, and I really want to fit it in, but I just don't have space. Same deal with Nightmare Unicorn as well. Another card I'm not playing. And then finally, F.A. Dawn Dragster for the Destrudo. So that's it for these cards. And finally, we have the side deck, which I think could definitely use some work. I kind of just threw it together last second. But Triple Lancia, which is stable for this format. I opted to play Gamma. I think it's like a very solid high impact hand trap, which is something you need against the combo decks. The combo decks can be a bit tricky because like if you don't win the die roll, you really just need good cards going second in your side, since you're not maining anything for them. So yeah, like Gamma fits the bill pretty well. And if your opponent is like super like early with their timing on Ash, like if they Ash like a Foolish Goods or like Perfume Search, you can Gamma them and just get so far ahead. I played Triple Pankratops, just more good generic cards going second. It's super cool to have. I like this card a lot. I had 2 extra spaces. I threw in Kaijus. I would not recommend playing these. I'd probably play double Pankratops instead and play no material, just because again you need more combo or cards to beat combo decks going second. That or Drill and Lockbird. I haven't decided which was better, but yeah, would recommend playing like more actual cards to stop combo decks. And like for Striker, Striker is a pretty okay matchup anyway, especially if you're playing Pankratops anyway, so it's fine. And then we have 3 Twin Twister. Yeah, Twin is pretty staple for the format, for backward decks, Striker, things like that. Mind decks, of course. Not playing with Reboot, I just don't think it's a consistent enough card, and it's not really relevant for a lot of the meta decks, or even a lot of rogue decks for that matter. Like these cards just get the job done. So yeah, that's gonna do it for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed. I am going to be posting more combo videos for like the more, I guess, quote-unquote steady version of the deck, which is like without Orcus or like any crazy engines of that nature. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you in the next time. See you guys.